What's up, y'all? My name is Gracie Frizzell, and this is Roots in Real Estate. Today, we are capping off episode 3 of our Welcome Home Sweet How-To Buyer's Guide for purchasing of a home. This is awesome if you are a first-time home buyer, or if you are just a seasoned buyer that is needing just a little refresher. It's been a little bit since you bought a home. This is great just for a little refresher on the process. So today we are talking about what happens after we go under contract. So both agents, buyer and seller, have negotiated. They have come to an agreement. Both parties have signed a contract, and now the due diligence process begins. So we have a 10-day inspection period where our buyer is going to be able to inspect that house. So we are going to hire an inspector. We are going to search for any kind of problems, any kind of repair that needs done, safety concerns, and we are going to present this to the seller on what the buyer is requesting to have fixed, looked at, or repaired, right? So this is kind of the second round of negotiations when we are under contract. So usually the buyer, we try to be, reasonable on what we ask for repairs. But this is a second round of negotiations. Buyer and seller have to come to an agreement. If they can't come to an agreement, the contract could potentially terminate. The other thing after we are under contract is if this contract is going to be under a loan, the lender is going to order an appraisal. And what the appraisal is for is to essentially make sure that the lender is not loaning more than the home's market value. So if the appraisal comes back lower than the home's purchase price, the buyer, if they really want the home, then they're going to have to come up with more money for the down payment. They can renegotiate terms if the seller is willing, or again, the contract might be terminated. Thirdly, title is also involved. Loan processing is also involved. So during this process, after inspection, during the course of appraisal, loan processing is also occurring, as well as abstract of title. We want to make sure that there's no clouds on title and that we have a clear and marketable title for closing. So 2 or 3 days. So let's say we go through inspection. We've come to an agreement on repairs, a negotiation. We've gone through an appraisal. That turns out really good. Loan processing is good. And title, we have no clouds on title. So 2 or 3 days before closing, the buyer's agent and the buyer will do a final walkthrough of the home just to make sure that the home's condition is agreed upon with the repairs and negotiations from inspection, and that the house isn't flooded or we don't have any surprises. We just want to make sure that everything looks good and that we are ready to close. So after that final URSA is signed, we are ready to go to the closing table. At closing, the buyer will sign documents, get the keys, and enjoy their new home. So I appreciate you guys chiming in to Roots in Real Estate. My name is Gracie Frizzell. I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Arkansas and Oklahoma. I serve as a real estate agent under Collier and Associates. And if you have any questions about selling, buying a home, or investing, I would love to help you out. Thanks for tuning in.